Yeah, so we're moving on. We're moving on now to, well, we're moving on to once again return to the holding environment for the next month, for this month. Um, and if there's only one thing that would teach, it would be the holding environment. If we could, and if we could keep you interested, it might be the only thing that we teach because it's so important. It's so important. It's so central. And it's so something that we'd rather not do. There's a sense that we'd rather do something else with the mind. We'd almost like to do anything except be in the present moment. We have to really see that habit and how strong it is, and how restless we are, and how difficult it is. The holding environment, it's really to create that internal space, that easeful, comfortable space, hmm, where we stay with our experience. We stay present to it, and we stay kindly in the awareness of our experience, and we take some interest in it. Hmm. And there's so many levels to the holding environment, but there are even more levels to our restlessness and to our distraction and to our attachment to everything that the mind produces, everything else that is more interesting. And so, we understand this. We ourselves didn't practice and didn't understand the importance of the holding environment for the first 20 years of our own practice. Yeah? And it's really our wish to help you to see the importance of it a little bit sooner than that, because everything follows from that. Everything flows from being able to settle a bit more comfortably. We talk about wanting truth, wanting ultimate truth, wanting to see deeply into the nature of things. The truth will set us free. But really, what we really want, really, if we're honest, is to be more at home and more deeply comfortable in our skins, in our psyches, in our minds, and in our hearts, to feel more at home, to feel more at home, yeah, to be able to settle, really feel more at home more of the time. And the holding environment is the way to begin to practice inhabiting that space more of the time. For the longest time, I thought, no, it's about, I have to push really hard and I'll have some importance insight and then I'll feel at home. And it's a completely, I smile now when I think of it, but I know a lot of us do that. It's just about, we just have to figure it out the right way. We just have to take control of our minds in the right way, get rid of some stuff, keep some, control and orchestrate, and then it all will be well. Yeah. And in doing that, we overshoot the mark. We overshoot the mark already. Already it's about in this breath, in these moments here, can I bring some ease, some tenderness? How many times do we say softening, calming, settling? Yeah, yeah. Again and again, again and again. This is the direction, and it sets the real foundation for our meditation practice, but also for our lives. From our point of view, learning to be really comfortable within ourselves. All beings will benefit to the degree that we become more comfortable within ourselves and more present with all of that. Yeah. And it's just something that we've not practiced. I think again, the Buddha talked so much about the untrained mind. We're untrained, not defective, just untrained. And this is not something that we've trained in. you know? And there's so much poignancy in this, you know? We work so hard, we push so hard, we try so hard to figure things out. And meanwhile, we're restless. There's this quality of dis-ease that's just running through us, you know? This dukkha that's running through us all the time. Uh, and we're overshooting. We're overshooting the mark. We're wanting something more. Maybe it's something more that I'm missing. And it's actually something more basic that we're not attending to, which is just a much simpler holding environment, that sense of creating that internal space and returning again and again and becoming really interested in the project, really interested in the project, you know, as if this was really something that you cared about. That is to say, your own life, which is going by. Uh, it's really about seeing that this is not a series of technical processes. It's an intimate process. It's very much an intimate process of coming to slow down and calm down and respond in a holding way, in a caring way, like you hold a child who is fussing, like that. You know, that metaphor is so simple, and when we say it, it's so obvious, right? Oh, right, like that, as if there were a crying child right here in your arms, and you were holding that child. Right? That is what the holding environment is in here. That we're encouraging you to continue to practice that moment of oh, right. Right. We don't do that with ourselves, though, do we? Except for a moment here and a moment there. And it's just inviting more of those moments, more of those moments, more of those moments, so that when the mind wanders away, there are two things. First of all, there has to be the willingness to come back to this project of softening and holding and creating an internal holding space. There has to be the willingness to do that. Often there isn't, right? Often I even know it, I see it, and whatever I'm thinking about is more interesting than this, right? I'd rather go with that. So first of all, we have to see that habit. We have to see that habit. We'll see that many times. Gradually, we have to say, wait a second, wait a second. This is more important. Whatever else is coming up, this is not now. Just not now. Not no, just not now. Return. Yeah? And then it's returning with some interest and with some care. That might only last for a few seconds and then we're flying away again. But then can we return again with some care? It's not enough just to return to the sensations of the breath. That is boring, isn't it? The mind is much more interesting than that. That's not going to hold our attention. That's not a holding environment. Just noticing. If I'm holding a crying child here and I'm just noticing, oh, the child's crying, the child's crying, the child's crying. There's no caring there, right? There's no tenderness there, right? The tenderness is in the eye contact, in the soothing, in the cooing, in the sound, in the rocking, and right? That's what we want to do internally. When we return to the breath, as we're cultivating the holding of it, we come back like that. It's the difference between observing our experience and holding our experience and caring about. This is our life going by. It's coming back as if, oh, 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 this needs attention. This needs care. This needs tenderness. It's that simple move when the mind wanders away, literally hundreds, literally thousands of times. That is the move. It's not some other move. If you do that 100 times and the mind still isn't settled, well, do it another 100. Do you see what I mean? That will be our encouragement. It's not like, well, now enough of that. It's like this is how we learn to tune the instrument. This is how we learn to care by being committed to caring about ourselves, by being committed to holding our experience in a kinder way, in a holding way. Yeah, yeah. That is the key. That is the key for this practice becoming richer, for the whole life becoming richer. Yeah. When we learn to become really look around. This is what people don't know how to do. And we're only beginners at it also. But this is the direction of the practice. It's not just the idea of kindness, it's the practice. It's the practice of kindness, the practice of holding. Yeah. Ah. The mind flies away. The mind flies away. And you notice that. It's coming back like this. Oh, to the next breath. You'll never get that breath back again. It's gone. But here's the next one. Oh, yeah. It's coming back as if this is it. This is the real problem with the whole search mentality. We think it's out somewhere, it's got to be somewhere else. It's not, can't really be about being more intimate with this mess in here. It must be having to get rid of some of this stuff. No, it's about finally bringing kindness to the things, all of the places that we haven't brought kindness to. That's the direction of the practice. That's the direction of the holding environment. And that's why it's it's both psychologically healing and spiritually the foundation for meditation practice. Yeah, yeah. So we keep beating that drum. Keep trying to say it in different ways. Something very similar, but we try to say it in a different way. We try to encourage it in a different way. We try to, you know how it is sometimes. You've all had this experience. You hear something many times, and then one time it drops in a little bit more. It drops in a little bit more. It drops in a little bit more. There are levels. All of these practices are fairly simple, but there are levels of internalizing them, of really getting why the holding environment is so important. Yeah, so important. Yeah. So we'll be bringing this up all in a number of different ways over this month. Um, okay. So thank you so much. And let's do a little bit of holding environment practice right now. Okay, but open up first. And bring some care even to the way so we open up here, the body, and attend to it. And when you're ready, beginning to slow it down. And lightly closing the eyes. and encouraging the attention to move down out of the thought stream into the breath, into the body breathing. Maybe extending the inhale and the exhale, and bringing some caring attention, holding attention to the flow of the breath. a kind and caring attention, as if this were your life going by. Softening, softening. When the mind wanders away, being willing to return to the present moment, to the present breath, as if to something dear, as if to something precious.